the police department involved. My fear and my concern right now is that since this happened to William on Friday, I've had 3 and now 4 young gay men that I know of through Facebook and now through here who have been violently attacked in the Denver community. I didn't know about that. I'm a lawyer. I think I'm pretty astute as far as where I go to look for information in my community. So my question is, what is the Denver Police Department doing to just publicize these events? The Williams event was public because we went to all of the media stations. My concern is that nobody knows what's going on unless they're maybe privy to someone's Facebook page or someone's specific social networking page. So what can the Denver PD do and what can we do as an organization, many organizations that support our community, to get the word out, to let people know what's happening?
All right, and thank you for raising the issue. Exactly what we're doing tonight. Outreach, getting people to communicate, making people aware of the issues, the crime-related issues that we're having in the community, encouraging everyone to report. The people that you talked to, did they report the assaults that took place that you know of?
I know 2 of them did. One gentleman, I'm not going to name his name, but he told me that he and his lover were both accosted and they both reported it, and they haven't heard anything from the Denver PD now for 4 weeks. And they both got medical treatment at the Denver Health. Another person that I know of did report as well. I actually met him through a friend of a cameraman of, I think, Fox 31 News when they came to the house.
Okay. All right, and I'll be glad to talk to them, provide them my contact information, and I can find out what the status of that is.
But is there a way to get this stuff more publicized on Crime Stoppers? Or these incidents more out there?
Depending on the case, and if we have information pertaining to suspect information, absolutely. And we're always open to using Crime Stoppers to try to identify people in the community that are committing violent crimes and bring them to justice.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right.
First of all, I want to thank the police because I know you're truly making an effort to help the gay community. But I also know that some of us, and perhaps this is historical, have a great concern about the police themselves. And there have been incidences in the news recently that indicated that some police were not thrilled to be helping gays. And I was very interested to hear about the anti-bias training that you put the police force through, and I'm wondering if there's some kind of refresher course that every policeman has to go through so that when we need you, we're not afraid to reach out for you. And it may be that our fear isn't valid, but we still have it.
Ma'am, thank you for asking that question. I can tell you that we do roll call training almost on a daily basis, and we bring crime statistics on a daily basis to the attention of the officers, the precinct officers, and officers that work under each commander at each district. In addition to that, each Thursday we meet to talk about aggravated crimes, robberies, sex assaults, brutal beatings, and things that have happened. And we talk about specific progress being made, patterns of crimes that are taking place, and what we, as commanders and leaders of the police department, can do to identify these individuals and hold them accountable for their bad acts. So rest assured knowing that we're working hard to make this community as safe as we can for everyone.
Tony, one of the things that I keep hearing at the conference...
I would like to provide her question. As far as Charlie's is concerned, every time we get an incident about bashing or any, we consult with the PD. They are joining on the spot. Unfortunately, we have altercations at the bar. They're never by us. They come in, they look at it very openly. We have a very good working relationship with the Denver PD. Commander Dilly, who passed this on to Tony, we had a great relationship with her. We've worked with this community for over 20 years, and we have tried to get people to come out like you and talk about this and give your view on it. And fortunately, we have Tony here tonight answering your questions. But we always report, and we always talk in the Denver Police Department. With me, as far as Charters is concerned, is very, very good. We have no problem with the police. We work with Tony very, and hopefully he works with us the same. And we try to provide the best pieces that we can possibly provide. And without you guys telling us about things that go on, we don't know. I mean, this is what this is about. But I can tell you, this guy works with me every day. We work with him. We work with Colfax on the Hill. We work with CBIT. We work with several organizations, not just with Denver PD, with several organizations trying to make it safe for you guys to come in and have a place to party and be safe and comfortable. And not only at Charlie's, but at the Ranger and at the Compound and the other bars that you guys work with. And it's about a community, and we don't need to bash him because he is here answering your questions, and I really appreciate him being here tonight. Thank you.
Tony, real quick, one of the things that when I got called this morning about this meeting, one of the employees here said, go to the coffee shop and tell everybody there what's going on, and I'm rather infamous for being at the coffee shop. But what I did is I took a little inventory of the comments from the coffee shop. And the resounding thing that I heard from young people, old people, everybody was, cops never get out of their car. We always see the cops driving around, we never see them out of their car. So, and I know that used to be a thing with Commander Dilly. She used to make the cops walk an hour a day. It was the rumor. I don't know whether that was a fact or not, but you saw cops out on the street. You saw them walking down the alley here, and it's great to see that. But now, everybody, the people that I talked to today, that was a resounding comment that they made, was that they always see the cops with the windows rolled up driving someplace. And understandably, they're probably going to a call. They're busy, I know that. But that's the perception that's in the community that you may not be aware of, is that cops are always in the car. They're never out in the community itself. So, heads up on that.
Thanks for bringing that to my attention. I just want to share with you, in the last 6 weeks we've been doing foot patrols along Penn and Colfax, Civic Center Park, 30th and Walton, and other areas where we've been getting complaints of increased crime. So actually, in fact, in the part of the presentation I did this Thursday, in the last 5 weeks we've made taken over 500 actions at Penn and Colfax alone. So I can tell you that we're pretty busy. And our radio doesn't stop squatting. So we encourage the officers to take care of business and be sensitive to the community and the needs of the community and work to put out the best product that we can.
I just want to talk for a minute, just a second, about people afraid to call the police on these issues. I've lived in Denver since 1980, and I've been a cop I started my 12th year in actually 2 days. I can tell you that this is not the police department that we had in 1980 and in the 70s. And those of you who are here, and those of you who have been out in this community for a long time, and who have been in Denver in the 70s and the 80s and even before, know that there was a difficult time between the gay and lesbian community and the Denver police back then. This is not the same department. I will tell you that because I know that. We have hired, in the last 12 years, we have almost turned over half this police department in 12 years. We have a lot younger officers, and we don't have a lot of officers on the streets that have been out there for a long time. The attitudes of these younger officers are so much different than they were back in the 70s and 80s. And I could name some cops' names and you would recognize them because we've seen them in the papers. I won't do that. Okay? But you have to come forward to us and tell us what's going on and be honest about who you are and be honest about everything that happened. You're not going to tell us anything that we haven't heard before. Okay? And so you need to be honest and upfront with us, and we will be honest and open and compassionate and caring and empathetic with what's going on with you, and we will do the best we can. That's a promise I'm making to you, and that's a promise that as a department, that's one of the goals of this department. So please come forward, tell us what's going on. Don't be afraid to talk to us about what's going on in your community. I read in the Denver Post on this incident that happened down at 3rd and Broadway. The guys didn't want to come forward because they were afraid of what the cops are going to do. The cops are going to handle the call. That's what they're going to do. And don't be afraid to call us on this stuff. We need to know about it. We can't solve problems we don't know about. Okay? Thank you.